Hello, welcome to the MCTC Anime Club Review. I'm Crimson Lord.
Vivi.
Hey guys, Shunjump 24/7 here.
And today we're going to be reviewing an anime movie, When Marnie Was There.
So, initial thoughts?
Honestly, for my first time seeing it, it was kind of interesting. Although I gotta be honest, I thought it would start out in the countryside.
Well, I thought it was a pretty interesting movie. It definitely held my attention. It had a pretty good plot, a pretty good story.
And this was my second time seeing this movie. I first saw it when it was a couple of years ago when it was in theaters. It definitely, you get more of it when you've seen it a second time. And story.
What can we say about the story? I guess it all starts with a girl who grows up in the city, but due to high levels of stress, she has asthma attacks, and then the doctor suggests she goes out to the countryside for a bit in the fresh, clean air to hopefully help with her attacks. And when she's out there, she notices a house on the other side of a marsh, which at first feels a little familiar to her. And then later on at night, she sees a girl in the window. And I know what you're thinking, this sounds like the plot to a ghost story. Well, not so much, but not far off. And what else? I don't want to have to explain the whole thing.
I think that's pretty good for the story.
Right.
So, characters.
We'll start with our main one, Anna.
Anna Sasaki.
Right. She seems kind of like a quiet girl, always outside of everyone else's circle in her own little world, with nothing but her sketchbook. Although, what can I say about her is, it seems like she tends to not even try to get to know people better and pushes them away before she gets too close.
And next is Marnie.
Marnie seems to be a young girl from a different time. She, I don't know, what is there to say about Marnie? She's an adventurer, I would say. She likes to go and adventure.
Although, judging from her looks, like they said, she's a foreigner, which also explains how the house across the marsh used to be a vacation home for visiting foreigners when they come to Japan. Although from the blonde hair and blue eyes, that seems like a stereotype to a country I don't want to mention, for lieu of getting some hateful comments. But yeah, I guess they had to make her a little different from the rest of the characters to make sure they know she's a foreigner, not from the mainland.
Not from Japan.
Not from Japan, right. Sorry.
Next is the painter, Hisako.
Oh.
What can we say about her? I mean, how many times do we actually see her in the movie?
3 or 4.
Right. She kind of seems like the character you don't take much attention to, but you know she's got some big role to play throughout the entire story. Or she has something that connects everything together at the end.
And next is Anna's friend Sayaka.
Sayaka.
The little girl with glasses.
She definitely came out of the blue. She's a little girl from Japan, and she's part of Tokyo, Japan, and she's part of the family who moves into the Marsh house and is renovating it, and she becomes friends with Anna and kind of helps her discover more
About
Marnie.
Right.
And at first she mistakes her.
For Marnie.
Right.
And then they become good friends in the end.
Or devoted to figure out the mystery of Marnie, where someone who looks real and sounds real isn't ever around.
And let's talk about these two together, Kiyomasa and Setsu Oiwa, the aunt and uncle.
Right.
Okay.
The people who are looking after Marnie while she's there, and honestly, they seem like the best couple in the entire movie as I've seen them. I mean, they really seem like they're always like the caring family members. They're always living out in the countryside, but I guess that's how it is for most movies like this. I mean, they don't want someone going into a vacation home with their relatives who are all mean and stuff.
And then last is Yoriko Sasaki, Anna's guardian.
Right, she would be the one who took Anna in when no one else would. But it seems that she tries to make her efforts to connect with Anna because she really wants to be there for her, but for the most of the movie, Anna makes it difficult to actually develop a connection with her. Probably because she doesn't see her as her actual parent, but more like this person who took her in.
Alright, that's pretty much all the characters. So, art and music. What could go wrong? It's a Ghibli movie.
Yeah.
Right. Can't exactly go wrong with this kind of art and music. I think it really matched the scenery pretty well from when it went from the countryside of the present time to how it was back in the past during Marnie's time.
Something negative?
Honestly, can't say anything bad about it.
Yeah, I think it had a pretty good story and obviously animation and everything all around, so can't really find anything negative.
And final thoughts?
Honestly, after watching the movie through the whole way, at first I thought it was just going to be like one of those ghost story, countryside sort of movies, but there was a lot of mystery throughout the whole thing and deep self-discovery.
Yeah, I don't know, it was definitely a great story with twists and turns and mystery to be solved, so I would definitely watch it again.
Alright. Score?
I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5.
I'll give it a 5 out of 5 sketch pads.
Well, anyway, that's it for today's review. Join us next week after a while when we watch the anime series Rising of the Shield Hero. Until then, this is the MCTC Anime Club signing off.